and we're at Full Armor Sports TV. My name is Chuck Bushbeck. At my side here is Amanda Preciado, who will be my co-host for the show, and my very good friend Chuck Bechtel. Chuck was drafted by the San Diego Padres way back when and is now a Philadelphia firefighter. Thanks very much, Chuck, for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Okay. Can you go into your, when you first, where I guess it would be at college, the Great Foxes, Red Foxes, at Marist University College?
Marist College.
Okay. Can you tell us how that all transpired from high school and then how you went from Marist into being drafted by the San Diego Padres?
Well, I guess, like any kid who's playing high school baseball and everything, as you get closer to graduation and everything, you start going to different places and stuff, and hopefully you're getting seen so that you get recruited by different schools. But I had actually never heard of Marist College. And I actually got a call from the head coach, who's now the head coach at University of Maryland, John Sheff. And he called me at like 11 o'clock at night. I was half asleep when I picked up the phone and stuff. He's like, "Hey, this is John Sheff from Marist College, Red Foxes." I was like, "Who?" And he just said, "Yeah, we've been seeing you, been following you and everything, and we want you to come up for an official visit and everything, and come to our program and stuff." Well, went up, did my official visit. Loved the campus and everything. It turned out that it was the only visit that I would end up going on. I was being recruited by a bunch of other like Division I schools and some Division II, Division IIIs and stuff. But I always wanted to go to Division I school. That was one of my goals. And not only just go, but have the opportunity to play and start as a freshman. And they came down to see me in November with just a scholarship offer, and it was basically just an offer I couldn't refuse. So it was at that time I signed with them and everything, and then went and played with them for. It ended up being 5 years because I had to have Tommy John surgery after my sophomore year, and then so I redshirted for a full year after that. And then came back, which would have been my regular senior year in college. I was, throwing decent and everything, but I didn't have like a very good year by my standards. And I ended up getting drafted that year in the 25th round by the Padres. I kind of had an idea that I wasn't going to sign because I still had another year left of eligibility to play at college.
So that was junior year.
That was my junior year of baseball, but my senior year of college because since I redshirted. Right. So they tried just to sign me and stuff. We'll offer you $1,000 or everything like that. And I was like, all right, well, you know what, I'm gonna go back to school, finish my degree, and I knew I could do better than what I did. And then I worked, hard in the off season and everything, and I had a great year the following year. And they ended up drafting me again. Only this time it took me in the 15th round. And then of course, senior, I'm not going to say no, but right. So signed with them, and then they shipped me off to Eugene, Oregon.
So you had a great career at Marist, and then what would you say the difference is between that level of baseball and going into the minor leagues, and what was the minor leagues like back then when you were drafted?
Well, as you move up in, I guess with anything, as far as like with sports related, not just baseball, but it's like a pyramid. The better players move up, and competition gets harder. The game gets faster. When I went from high school to college, it was a big change as far as just learning how to like pitch to guys. And then once you get out of college and everything, and you start going to minor league ball where you're playing against professionals, the amount of patience that guys start to have up at the plate, and it makes you have to basically, they don't swing as much junk. In the lower levels, you'll get guys that'll swing it pitches that they probably shouldn't. But as you move up or you start facing guys that have played at higher levels, it gets really hard to get these guys out. Essentially, you have to try to get them out in the strike zone because they become very, very patient and they look for their pitches. And the thing is that what separates the decent hitters from like the great hitters is that when they get their pitch, the great hitters they don't miss. If you put it in there and they're looking for it, they don't miss it. So you have to really learn how to be effective, in the zone. You have to change speeds. You got to pitch backwards. You got to move guys' feet. You can't try to get them out the same way twice. I learned that the hard way by in spring training one time throwing against Rick Ankiel. I got him to swing and miss, and I struck him out his first at bat with just trying to throw him a sinker away, and then I got him 0-2 again the second time that I faced him, and I tried to throw the same thing again, and he hit a ball that probably left his bat at about 100 miles an hour. If the second baseman had enough time to jump, he probably could have caught it, but it still hit the fence. That's how hard it was going and how fast it left the infield and how low it was. And it was, after the inning, he came over to me and he's like, "Yo, what are you doing?" And I said, "I don't know. I was trying to get you out." He goes, "You're not going to get me out with the same pitch twice." He goes, "You got to learn how to do it a different way each time." He was actually really helpful. He sat down with me for a minute, and him being a former pitcher and everything, but he told me about that. And I mean, that taught me something. Right.
And who were some of the other guys that you either played along with or against, and who was one of the toughest players you played against?
Well, I mean, two of the coolest guys that I got to see up close. One of them I played against in college was Justin Verlander. Was my senior year. We were playing Old Dominion, and it was our first game out of for spring. I mean, basically out of the gym because up in New York it snows. So I mean, we're not seeing a field for a while. But faced him in college, and he was just unbelievable then. And then I got to play against him again when I was with Palm Beach when we played Lakeland and saw him throw up close. I mean, the guy's it was incredible. He's throwing 99 miles an hour in the ninth inning and everything, and he throwing like a 2-hit shutout or whatever and stuff. So I mean, that was cool. And then Felix Hernandez, when I was with Lake Elsinore, and I think he was like 18 or 19 or something or whatever. But the guys were coming back from the bench, like trying to face him, and they're just like, "This kid is unbelievable." So
you're seeing guys like Verlander, you're seeing guys like Hernandez. When did you say, "Hey, I need to dial it up," or "Am I good enough to play?" Or what do you go through in a situation like that when you see your competition, more or less?
I mean, you see these guys that when you get away with certain things, I guess bad habits or whatever, for a long time, it's hard to make adjustments. But you learn the hard way a few times, like that. All right, I can get this guy out like this. Just like I was saying about I can get Ankiel out again this way and stuff. I guess it's just like as you move up, you notice. Well, you're not moving up really unless you're doing well. So as you're moving up, you're noticing that the game is getting faster, and small mistakes kill you. They told us, and I still pay attention to this. This one stat that was told to me when I was younger is that 70% of leadoff walks score. And I swear that with me, it was like 100%. Every time I walked somebody that was a leadoff hitter, I swear they scored all the time. But I mean, it's true. I mean, these guys, you make a small mistake and they capitalize on it. And you can get away with missing, with pitches and stuff. But it's not to say that you have to be completely pinpoint and always hit your spots because guys are human and it's hard to hit a baseball to begin with. But you can't get away with the same mistakes, and you have to be a little bit more focused, and you have to pay attention to what you're doing. And it's not just about pitching. I mean, like when you're up there and you're looking to throw pitches and stuff, it's not just that. When there's a guy on first, I got to worry about a guy on first base and everything, and are they gonna bunt, and I got to worry about the coverage and who's gonna be where and stuff. So I mean, it's people I guess like don't know how much that goes into standing on the mound and throwing and stuff, and people will think like, why are you walking this guy? Why are you pitching away from him like this? Why, essentially you can intentionally walk somebody, on purpose,
Right.
because you want to try to pitch around him a little bit. So it's like I said, as you move up and you go up different levels and everything, you notice that the game gets a lot faster.
And we're going to head to commercial now with, we'll be back with my co-hosts Amanda Preciado and Chuck Bechtel talking baseball. We'll be right back.